All right, so look, chat. Jynxzi is an interesting character, bro. First of all, I want to start by saying, bro, I love pocket watching, man. It's a real passion of mine. I also want to start by saying that I hope don't run around criticizing people. Oh, he made how much money? Shut the fuck up, bro. All right, run businesses, all right, in the form of any sort of entertainment. I feel like Jynxzi is one of the most creative. I think Jynxzi is one of the most talented and most entertaining streamers on the platform. Period. Point blank. Period. I think he's very smart. I think the genius, low key, and because he's just so loud, you know, he doesn't really give off that vibe all the time. But I'm very fascinated to see how much he's gonna make. So that being said, let's do it. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions so I can get some intel. Once I do get some intel, you feel me? We can put it on the board, stuff like that. We'll do the calculations, we'll run it through the formulas, and by the end of this session, we will know how much Jynxzi makes. Alrighty, chat. We'll put our revenue sources. Actually, you know what? We'll put it on this board. So there's going to be the YouTube ads. There's Twitch ads. There is sponsorships. Okay. There is what else would Jynxzi? What else would Jynxzi? What's his what TikTok? I don't know if we'll have to do some research. We can fill it out. We don't have to all have it figured out right now. Actually, low-key, he does stream a lot. He does a lot on TikTok, so maybe there's a world where we might remove this. Hey, how about Facebook? Nah, there's no relevant Facebook page. Merch, R6 code. Fuck. Okay, R6 code is gonna be a tricky one because I definitely don't have much intel in that department, but I'll write that down. I'll put R6. Okay. All right. I think in about 30 minutes, chat. Clash Royale code. Oh my god, I know he makes a killing off Clash. Okay. If there's anything else I'm missing, said Twitch subs. Crazy part is you're right, bro. I'll put Jynxzi's name on that side, and then we'll put Twitch subs over here. That will be, fortunately for us, that'll be the easiest calculation. Jynxzi. All right, welcome to class, everybody. Maybe I'll use this in white, huh? So I can stand out. All right. Twitch subs. Okay, I'm a little slow for the, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. That actually is gonna piss me off the way I just did that. On God, that's gonna piss me off, bro. Okay? All right, chat. This is gonna be a tough one. So let's start a little easy. YouTube Live. I know we're gonna have to put YouTube Live as part of the YouTube ads revenue because it's still YouTube ads. Like, not necessarily because he might have memberships on the YouTube. He has an OF. Stop. I'll put YouTube memberships. Okay, so these are gonna be like the main revenue sources. Snapchat's gonna be a tough one because I don't have this chat. How active is he on Snapchat? On a scale of 1 to 10, like, would you say he posts at least a couple times a week? Less than fan. Okay, so it's probably not that important. 8, 9. How much times he posts on Snapchat a week? Because Snapchat, I feel like, ain't a crazy revenue source unless you're posting all the time. Like, if he has those fat 100 story posts and like that consistently, week to week basis, then he's probably making some pretty significant money on Snapchat. But aside from that, I think Snapchat, he posts every day. Let me see if there's a way I can get his Snapchat numbers because that's going to be a little tough. You have to add his negative earnings. Those are called losses. All right. Fuck, bro. All right, this is going to be a stacked one, all right? Obviously, when we did Rage last week, Rage was a little easier because, yeah, I know. All right? This one, I genuinely don't know, but we're going to discover. Like, I have to find out. It's a little bit different than actually knowing. Patreon, I doubt between YouTube memberships and Twitch memberships, Patreons. Bro, stop saying OF. No, bro. No. Okay. All right. So let's do the easy ones first, okay? Let's do the easy ones first. Jynxzi. What's the channel he usually goes live from? Is he live? If he's live right now, it should show up on my homepage. Ooh, Jadeon posted. Okay, he's live right now. I don't like how he's judging me right now, man. I feel like I don't appreciate how he's stroking his chin hair, waiting for me to give him an answer right now. Yo, come back in 30 minutes, bro. We'll have made significant progress. His Twitch earnings have been leaked before. I don't believe any of the leaks, bro. I feel like most of them is cap. I know he got some games to be playing right now. Last I checked, he was supposed to get top 1,000 on Clash Royale. All right, Twitch subs. First thing we got to do, let's do Twitch subs. Twitch subs is like the easiest one, bro. Twitch subs, easiest one. You know, sometimes you just want to knock out the easy ones off the rip. It's going to make it easy for you to... You made him leave? Good, good. I want to be able to work in peace, bro. All right. He actually doesn't show his Twitch subs. That's a little interesting. Let's go to Twitch Tracker, okay? Let's go to Twitch Tracker. And then if we go to the subs category, it should show him somewhere on here. There's no way yet. 56,000. So he has 56,910 subs, okay? 56,000. He has 56,910 subs. I'm gonna times that by 6. Do some pretty fucking easy math here. Yeah, first of all, that's fucking very impressive, dude. That is very impressive. Times 6. Yo, chat. Does anybody know if he used a ticket at any point? We might round down a little bit if he used a ticket of some sort. All right, and then we're really just gonna times that by 0.8. Yeah, 200. God damn. God, he didn't. Okay, cool. 273,168. 273,168. Okay. So that's pretty simple enough. That's Twitch. That's as easy as calculations get. I feel like you don't have to be a pocket watcher at all to be able to make that calculation. Twitch subs is 273,168 monthly. So we're gonna do the past 30 days. We're gonna do the last 30 days. It's gonna be a lot easier for me to just do the last 30 days. I think when we did Rage, we did October because he had a hell of an October. It's definitely way more interesting to do the month where he peaked. You feel me? And he could deny all he wants, but Rage, I know I would. No, I would be surprised if I was off by more than 100,000. All right. All right, next we can do YouTube memberships. I just have to figure out how to find YouTube memberships. Damn. What the fuck was happening in January of 2024? Yo, I'd be sick if I had a month like this in January. If he had this a month before, he would have made a killing. Damn, fucking 200 million views on a fucking YouTube channel is actually insane, bro. Jynxzi leaked his own dashboard once. He has a 400K in a month. Yo, somebody link me that clip, please. If you can, link me that clip. Hey, let's say I want to join, bro. Hold on, I don't know if it's gonna show stats or whatever. Okay, so he has a bunch. Okay, so this kind of complicates it too. There's a $2.99 tier, which is what most people are probably gonna do. There's a tier 2 tier, membership only videos. I don't imagine he has much of those. Early access to videos is tier 3. $3, man. $3. Let's say even if he has 5,000 members because he streams all the time, he's super consistent. People definitely sub more consistently to people that they know are gonna be live like a lot. You know, you just get way more benefits. Only $3 on YouTube. On YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, you can come up with your own prices. Right or wrong, chat? I think most people end up just doing $5 like Twitch, but if I'm not mistaken, you can just come up with your own numbers. I don't think this is going to be a large revenue source. I'll be honest with you. I don't imagine there's much. Like, YouTube is not like Twitch. Twitch is kind of unbearable with the ads, so there's like a big benefit to wanting to sub up. I don't think it's going to be a huge benefit. Subbing on YouTube is not as beneficial as subbing on Twitch. Subbing on YouTube is you showing love, feel me? You definitely get to skip the ads. But let's say he has 4,000 members at an average price of like $3.50, which is really just estimations, right? All right, okay. Let's do some quick math. TikTok, we'll get to TikTok. TikTok is not going to be massive. I'm telling you, YouTube ads is going to crush it for him. That's where he's going to crush it. 4,000. Okay, let's go. Times 3.5. 14,000. That is pretty fucking solid. I don't imagine these, it's going to sound crazy to say, but I don't think these smaller numbers are going to make that big of a dent. because he's making millions off YouTube ads. It's gonna be all right. Let's take a look at this TikTok real quick.
Footballers, you know what I'm saying? I'm kidding, chat. All right.
Damn! It's like that. Jynxzi, it's like that. Yo! What the fuck? That's a real leak. That's not a fake leak. Damn. What month did this come out, chat? What month did this come out? April. What year? This year? Man, that's all you had to say. You might have just made my job significantly easier, nigga. Hold on, wait. In April of this year, he was averaging 43 million viewers, okay? Hold on. Okay? That actually might have made my job significantly easier here today, chat. W fine, baby. Alright? So look, if he's making $43 million in April, sorry, hold on, I'm tripping. 43 million views, I should say. 43 million views equals 452K. Then all we gotta do is some fucking easy math, okay? Damn, my shit's so disorganized right now. Nah, I refuse to believe that. Bro's making $500,000. $500,000. So let's see how many views he was getting at the time. Oh, that's 2024. April of 2025. He was averaging 25K viewers. Now he's averaging 34K viewers. Okay, all right. That actually makes the math significantly easier, okay? So all we gotta do is adjust these numbers. 34. This is the month of November, though. Well, let's do the most recent month. We'll do the most recent month. I think that's fair. All right, 34.5K viewers. And in the month of April, at the time, he was averaging 25K. 25.2K viewers. Agent, he has more ads now. Well, you saying he maxes them out now? I think there's a few factors we got to consider here, right? The main one being the ads in October definitely pay better than the ads in April. So the number is going to be a little bit higher. You can't track them linearly and just kind of do some quick math. He runs 15 an hour. Hold on, wait. How do you know that? He told you that? He said it. He runs 15 an hour. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm not saying he is, but what if he's lying? You would have to subtract some numbers. So you would subtract this $273,000 off of whatever number we think he's making off ads. This is good tech, bro. This is really good tech. This is for what? Twitch? Peak viewers, 86K. Average viewers, 30K. Hold on, wait, no. Yo, Kyle, thank you for the resub. That's a big difference. Oh, hold on, that's the past 30 days, though. I just did October's numbers, though. Whatever, it'll be okay. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. Okay, 15 an hour. 15 ads an hour. I'm doing some calculations in my head. Yo, I like this website. I might have to get a membership on this bitch as well, nigga. 5 million hours watched. Yo, this website's elite, gang. This website is elite. Cause if you get the membership, you can get YouTube streamer numbers. Hold on, okay. So if I go to my calculator app, right? He's using AI again? No, nigga. I'm not using AI. I don't think AI would give you the right answer here. Because AI just sources the internet and uses publicly available information. Realistically, none of this stuff, it's not like his shit is being posted online, right? Gang, let's talk about consistency, bro. Fuck the pocket watching for a second. Have you ever seen a nigga this consistent? Have you ever seen a nigga this consistent, bro? There's levels to this shit, bro. There's levels to this shit, gang. Yo, that's my gamer of the fucking year, nigga. Now, that's just flat out impressive, man. There's just no way around it, bro. There's just no way around it. All right. Okay. Now, there's a lot of variables I'm considering here. I will say it 100% helps a lot that we can see this number here. This number is his overall Twitch revenue, right? And so hold on, actually, is there a way we can see his sub count in April, chat? All right, we got it. Total active subscriptions in the month of April. No, this is the last month. Here we go. He had 82,000, which is a lot more than the... Hold on, how much did he have now? 82,000, which is a lot more than 52,000. So that's like what? Oh, thank you for the clip. No, oh my God, this is getting deep. This is getting deep.
Like I'll just bring this up with Jynxzi in like a one-off.
83K subs. He had hold on. So he had 83K subs, all right? Like easy math is gonna tell us. 83,000 times 6 times 0. Hold on, do that math first. Times 0.8. That's gonna be his split. Okay. So he's making off his split. He's making, let's just say 400K. He's making 400K that month. You know what split? No, I don't. But you know, I'm just making a guess. It's either 70-30 or 80-20, realistically. This is like Charlie from that Always Sunny Schizo meme. Yeah, like how do I explain it? There's like millions of things going in my head right now. He's on a 70-30. Possibly he's on a 70-30. I feel like Jynxzi. When did Jynxzi blow up, chat? When did Jynxzi blow up? On Twitch. When did he blow up on Twitch? 2023? Yeah, he's on 70-30 then. Yeah, actually, you're right. And honestly, we should make that adjustment for his Twitch sub number as well. And we'll just make an adjustment. It's 239,000. It's gonna be 239,000 for 39,400. All right. So boom. That means we could also. We really have to take the sub number outside of the overall ad number and then extrapolate that based on what he was making in his leaked month in April, and then we just have to increase it. I'd say about 25% to account for the fact that it's the middle of November, right before it's about Thanksgiving about to come up. Feel me? Black Friday and shit like that. Like this is a peak time for people to buy. So I just think he's making more money now than he was making back then. I'll say this: ads was pretty ass in April, bro. How do you look at his revenue? You can't. I mean, unless he does this.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of like you just have to. It's kind of like a little bit of algebra. You just have to solve for the unknown variable, which isn't that hard. The reason why I'm taking longer on this section is because this is gonna be a boatload of the revenue he makes. So if I'm off even by like 10%, it's gonna look really wrong on the final product. So it pays to get this part right because it's the part that you can calculate with a good enough formula. And so there's no point in rushing it and just getting the shit wrong. You're off by 5%, that's gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of difference. All right, so. Okay, so he's down subs since April. We know he made $452,000 that month. He's up views since April. All right. The number that matters a lot more here is the views. He's going to make more money off ads than he will off subs. That combined with the fact that it's November, so ad rates are up. And according to y'all, he's running more ads than he was over there to the tune of 16 minutes per hour. All right. Okay, let me get the views number first. Let me get how much I think he's making off AdSense. And actually, you know what? No, we'll do it the other way around because we know how much he made in April. We'll do the number of subs first. How about I say 11 minutes for what? Hold on, wait. Wait. What if he's trying to... What then? Hi, are you saying the ads went down since April? Right. I don't believe you. It's some ads running in that bitch. I can tell you that much. So one thing you're not gonna do is come over here and try and throw us off our game. Cause it sure is tempting to believe everything you say is fact. But if that's true, how much did he make in the month? Since we're handing out hints, how much did he make? Take it or leave it. Okay. Take it or leave it. Alright. He's calling my bluff, chat. He thinks that because he's a reputable source, he's playing mind games with me. He's trying to fuck my head up, nigga. Okay, hold on, wait. Is High-Vi's a trustable person? Like, can I risk my reputation on his word? It's a big difference, chat, between 11 minutes of ads. He sent a link, but we can't see. Send it to Kate. Send it to Kate. Send it to one of the mods. I can't, I don't know how else to do it. Send it to Kate. What if that link is a fucking Trojan horse? What if he's trying to shut us down, chat? What if we get rickrolled? Save the link. We don't want it. We got this shit ourselves, buddy. There's no point of going off your word because you can lie and there's no way to double check what you're saying is true. But we can go off the leak. So, I usually don't do this. I usually always run everything through the formula in my fucking brain. You will not throw me off. In fact, I'm not even gonna try and calculate the AdSense because now you're trying to get in my fucking head, okay? So we're gonna use the publicly available information. 452,000. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I'm confused, nigga. If Jynxzi's revenue is 452,000, but he has 80K subs. 80K subs, right? Nets you $344,000 after his cut, after Twitch cut. You mean to tell me that he made 100,000 off ads? If he made only 100, because we're going off of a leak, bro. If he only made 100,000 off ads, that means in the month of April, he had to have been running like 4 minutes of ads. Something feel off about this. And it's this number that's throwing me off. I'm telling you, bro, this number in my head, that number is either should be way higher or he truly doesn't run that much ads. If we're gonna trust that leak, then he's leaving a ton of money on the table in the form of ads. Cause look, he's in the month of April, he would have made off his 82,000 subs, $344,000. So if his total revenue off Twitch was 452, that means he's only making like $100,000 off the ads. Honestly, that means two things. One, it's impressive as fuck to have this sub number without running a ton of ads. Only, how do I explain it? The views that Jynxzi gets, the length of his streams, and how much, there's a world where he should realistically be making like 700, 800,000 a month off Twitch ads. If they scale and there's inventory, he should 100% be north of 500K off Twitch ads alone. So that means he just doesn't run ads that much, which I was honestly kind of under the impression that he did. Now, if we're gonna ignore High-Vi's and maintain the fact that he runs max ads now, then that should drive the revenue up a little bit. And on top of that, it's holiday season. So these are the two moving factors that will variable a little bit. These are facts, my nigga. These are how much subs he has. This is how much views he has. So off the strength, he's already making 200K off subs, okay? Even if we say he increased his ads by like 30%, you add maybe another 25% because it's holiday season, and so the rates in general are gonna go up. The inventory in general is gonna go up. So let me go in my fucking head, nigga. Okay, 452,000 minus the 344,000 is gonna give us 108,000, right? Hold on. All right, so we're going to take the difference, which is what I'm going to assume he made off Twitch ads in the month of April, and we're going to times it by how much more viewers he has now, which is 1.36, and that should give us a number of 146,000. So that number went up to 146K, okay? And then you have to account for these two factors, right? He's running more ads, and it just depends on how much more ads he's running. I think, given the numbers, if I sit in my head for a little bit, after using the stats available in the variables here, this is so interesting. I think he's making $230,000 off Twitch ads. Which, if it is true, means he really isn't running that many ads. $230,000. That's a lot less than I was expecting. I'll be honest. I genuinely expected that number to fuck my head up. Okay? All right. So we got that number down. Thank God. Let's move on to Twitch ads. I'm sorry, to YouTube ads. So YouTube ads is going to be a little tricky for a few reasons, but let's remove all of this. I'll be honest with you guys. I think this is the category where he's going to make the tremendous majority of his money. If not through sponsorships, that's going to be a tricky one too. But this one is just a science, okay? This one is just a science. So there's a few factors. Like, did you guys watch Moist Critical video where he was talking about his revenue and how many tens of millions of dollars he made on YouTube over the years? Moist Critical shares a lot in common with Jynxzi's channel, okay? He makes longer videos. In this case, Jynxzi makes even longer videos, okay? The benefit of having longer videos, I have premium, so it's not going to show ads, but there's just way more ads that's going to play over the course of a video. So there's more volume of ads playing. That makes a huge difference. I can't even explain I can't understate how much of a difference that makes. On top of that, Jynxzi is pretty consistent. He's really, really consistent. I don't think he's Moist Critical consistent, but he's very consistent. And then on top of that, he does it across multiple channels. He has a overall gaming audience, a mobile gaming audience. The mobile gaming audience spends more money than the console or the PC gaming audience, and that matters because advertiser dollars are probably a little bit higher. Jynxzi's a very interesting case, bro. He really is. I think this is where he's gonna make the majority of his money. Just the absolute killing, bro. The nigga's posting a few times a week, pulling millions of views per video. He has to be farming cash, gang. A 1 hour, 16-minute, 2 million view video, fucking prints money, bro. It simply just prints money. And the crazy part is, it's a fucking stream clip. That's the craziest part. Okay, so numbers for YouTube stats. Let's take a look at the most recent month. He has 61 million views. God damn. And this is for his Jynxzi channel. So let's start with the channels, right? Jynxzi. What other channels does he have, chat? 61 M's, nigga! 61 M's. That's mega, bro. That's fucking huge, dude. Jynxzi Live. Okay. Okay, let's real quick see how many are on that one. Jynxzi Live. Does he have any others? We'll do 46 million, then he has 10 million shorts. That's a good distinction, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because the shorts don't make any money at all, and the long form make a ton of money. So for this channel, this is main channel, right? Jynxzi, yeah. 46 million. Let's do 46 million, and then shorts is 10 million. Okay, we'll do it like that, just a slash, so you know what I'm saying, you can see the shit. Okay, let's do the same thing with his other channel. View stats, Jynxzi Live. Chat, let me know if he has any other channels. Any other channels that get more than 1 million views per month. Okay. Channel analytics. Oh my God, bro is fucking farming, my nigga. He has 2 channels that's crushing it. This channel is all long form views too. Okay. Clash Royale creator code. Yeah, we'll get to that. That's the part where we're gonna have to do a little bit of research because You know what I'm saying? It's less of a math and it's more of like a estimation. All right, Jynxzi live, 25 million. Jynxzi, 21 million. Yo, double check my mental math. I'm slow at math, so double check that for me. He has a total of 71 million long form views and 10 million short form views. All right, so this part should be pretty easy, okay? So the average person is gonna get around 5,000 to 7,000. I think Jynxzi's probably on the higher end if I had to guess, okay? For a few reasons. One, I think more ads play in his videos. Outside of just the views, his videos are longer in nature. They're gonna have more ads. And the mobile audience spends a lot on games, especially that Clash audience. So I just believe that it's a higher CPM, okay? There's this concept when it comes to streaming called reserved ads. They're pretty common with big channels. I think Jynxzi probably gets a good amount of them. So on YouTube, the average ad system is like an auction. Whichever advertiser is paying the most, that's what ad gets played. So that's how they maximize the rates for themselves and for the YouTubers. But in this case, reserved ads, like they specifically want the ad on your channel. They want it on your channel. They want Jynxzi. I want Jynxzi's channel to run the ad. That usually charges a premium. We love reserved ads because it's the same thing as a regular ad for us. We just get paid way more for them. They're hard to come by because companies have to target your channel specifically. I think Jynxzi probably has a higher percentage of those reserved ads than the average big YouTuber just because of the pocket that he's in gaming. All right, so we'll let this run in the background. I want to see how long before an ad plays. It doesn't show anymore. Damn, they're removing good features, my nigga. They're removing really good features. So I'm going to play it in the background until I get an ad. And I'm going to use that to extrapolate how much ads I think he gets on an average video compared to the average YouTuber, so that my math isn't generic, it's specifically tailored to how much I think he's making based on his content. Jynxzi makes like 50 million. He actually doesn't make as much as I thought. And you know what the reason is? I think the variable, chat, is that I thought he uploaded more consistently. I thought he was doing daily uploads. There might have been a time he was doing that, but he really uploads once every couple days, once every few days. And that makes a big difference. It makes a really, really big difference. Damn, nigga. Oh, here. No. 4 minutes, no ads. Here we go. We got an ad.
Holiday magic is you.
Minor? Oh my.
4 minutes in. So in this video right here, he probably played about 8 ads. And they're all skippables. They're all 5 seconds or they're all skippables, okay? Okay, that's good information to work off of. All right, so based on that viewership, I estimate that off his long form alone, I think Jynxzi is making $600,000 a month, which is awesome. It's great. It's a lot of money. But it is a little bit less than I thought that he would make. I don't know why. I guess I don't know why. It's a little bit less than I thought he would make, but $600,000 on the YouTube side. Okay, so far so good. Huh. Yeah, this is my favorite one so far. I really like this one. It's like when you're watching an episode of a TV show and there's just lots of twists and turns. Is this gross or net? It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. You flexing? No, not at all. I genuinely thought the number was gonna be over $1 million. Like in my head, before we got started looking at numbers, I thought the number was gonna be over $1 million. So 600 is still impressive as fuck. All right, sponsorships. Okay, this one's gonna be a little tricky because I'm gonna need y'all help. What sponsorships has Jynxzi done in the past month? Tell me, what sponsorships has Jynxzi done in the last month? Drop ticks, Fortnite. Oh, the Fortnite tournament. Yeah, actually, I remember that. Just Clash Royale. Okay, a lot of Clash. Here's the thing. The drop ticks one is interesting because I don't know if he's a part owner. Because he's definitely at Jynxzi. Jynxzi's so Mr. Get to the Bag. I anticipate that part of his compensation was probably also ownership. So I don't know if money alone, because once you're talking about one of the biggest content creators on Twitch or YouTube, there's a good chance that at least he has a sponsor from Jynxzi. Juicy Drop, make sure you add that. Okay, high vibes. I just know you're trolling, bro. I don't know the lore, bro. I just have a fucking feeling you're trolling, bro. He gets a lot of Clash sponsors. Okay, can we estimate real quick? Because this is gonna be very important. Okay, very important here. How many does he get a month? 1 a month. Damn, he don't do that many ads. I've been very fucking surprised this whole time, bro. The Rage one was kind of predictable. This one is really, really surprising. What the fuck do you mean he only did 2 brand deals all month? The nigga goes live every day. He goes live every day, bro. And I know he probably gets hella offers because he's a fucking gamer and gamers get lots of offers. Sponsored by G Fuel, Control Freaks. Okay, I can't imagine Control. This is, hold on. That's probably just part of his org. He's still part of an org, right? If I'm not mistaken. Merch also. We'll include that at the end. Thanks, High Vibes, for all your help today, man. All right. Okay. So, real quick. Need some information. What did he do with drop ticks? If I'm not mistaken, it was a Fortnite tournament. Right or wrong? All right. This is where it gets hard. Okay. And it's less of a math and more of an estimation. So if I get this part, I'm not all the way on point. That's why. Drop ticks. Is that the only thing he did with them? I'm going to treat this like a one-off thing. There's a chance it's not a one-off thing and he's a long-term partner, but there's no way to know that for sure unless it comes out his mouth, okay? So for a one-off thing, what I think Jynxzi would probably charge for a tournament like this is something in the ballpark of $200,000. Jynxzi drop. Someone tell me what he did with Jynxzi drop. What the fuck is a Jynxzi drop? Does he own the company? He has part ownership in Jynxzi drop? That's mad random. All right. What did he do in the sponsorship? No of drop ticks. Okay, unless Jynxzi tells us what is coming up, then what I will assume, chat, and I think I'm right, is he probably owns a very minority stake of the company. The compensation package is probably in the millions of dollars, and it's probably a long-term partnership that might be 1 to 2 years, but he will be a heavy force in the marketing for the company. We just don't know what they want him to do. So we'll go off of what he made last month in the tournament. All right, if you asked me to quote on how much it would charge to get Jynxzi to run a whole fucking tournament of your game, one of the biggest gamers on the platform, I would say he probably was in the ballpark of 200 to 250,000. I like to go under rather than over. The compensation package is usually what they call it, is probably in the millions once you account for equity. And speaking about equity, does Jynxzi own this? Does he own this? Because it makes a difference, no? What did he do with them? What type of sponsor was it? Bro, they sent him fan mail. He said he was a huge fan. They sent him some light up thing and they're sponsoring a Clash tourney. They're sponsoring a Clash tourney. Well, that hasn't happened yet. Do we take that off? Cause we can't, I mean, when is it? Is it tomorrow? I think we take it off. I think he's not complete his deliverables yet. He rage ended. All right, let's run through this shit. I think I'm gonna include equity as cash here because it was probably part of the entire package, and I think that a large portion of the value here is gonna be owning the team, and then the revenue that comes from that, and they probably paid him a handsome amount too, especially if is he showing up to games? Yes or no? Bill the Grill ended him. I'm gonna pretend like I know what the fuck that means, man. Shout out to Bill the fucking Grill, my nigga. Bill killed Jynxzi. What game was he playing, bro? He doesn't do IRL, so no. So they probably have him reacting to the games then. I think over the course of a season, like if you broke it up into 4 months and it was like a package or boom, 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 I think it's probably something like 350, right? I think Kingsley probably just has a ton of funding and they're throwing a ton of money at a bunch of creators and celebrities and stuff like that. And that part is genuinely going to depend on his deliverables. We'll have to see what he does over the course of the season. Okay, so boom. Let's do some quick math. I know he did a bunch of smaller sponsorships and stuff like that. Maybe there's some equity there with Star Forge. I have no fucking idea. And Control Freaks, maybe he gets an affiliate, maybe a percentage of it. But I don't think any of those are going to come close to the money he'll be able to generate from these two. And if you just do some quick math here, It will be $550K this month off sponsorships, which honestly is very fucking impressive considering he only had 2. He only did 2, bro. That is fucking impressive, right? Okay. He ended. He did have a podcast, yeah, but he doesn't do it anymore. We included that into the YouTube revenue. So far, he's killing it, dude. He's already in the millions per month, and no subathon, just daily streaming the shit, bro. Daily fucking streaming the shit, all right? So far, so impressive.
You know, I wouldn't really mind plummeting to the bottom, you know? I mean, may as well, right?
What? What? Bro, I love seeing the bottom of his hamstrings like that, man. I get so fucking excited. Every time I see that meat down there, nigga, I just know I'm about to get punished. Pause. All right. Damn, that came out wrong. Fuck. Talk about his muscle. Talking about his muscle. Talking about his kick. All right. Don't have to make it weird, everybody. All right, man. We got his sub number down. Let's clear that off the board. Yeah. Okay. I recognize what I said sounded wrong, bro, but you're going to have to excuse me. All right. We've made significant progress so far. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost fucking done. We've calculated his YouTube membership revenue, his Twitch subs, his YouTube ads, his Twitch ads, his sponsorship. All right. Fucking fuck, bro. How much does the bro make off fucking TikTok? TikTok is such a fucking irrelevant revenue source, bro. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. But I know Jynxzi uploads a lot on TikTok, so maybe for him it's a lot less. It's a lot more relevant. All right, let's go Jynxzi. This is per month. This is per month. This is per month. This is per month. Let's go to Jynxzi's. Okay, let's see if the fucking search function works at all on TikTok. That'd be fantastic. All right, so he has 9.6 million followers, and he posts how often? When was this posted? There you go.
This stream is...
God, he's chopped. He's fucking chopped.
This stream is not ending until I defeat Club Step.
Yo, dude! 11 mil?
Well, hello, sir. Welcome to the barber shop. What kind of haircut would you like today?
Gimme the R9. Bar.
Be honest, Chad.
I didn't know where he was going with that, but I understand it now.
Is this Riz or what?
Well, hello,
You know, actually, I think Jynxzi is one of the rare people where, like, he actually probably does make some good bank off TikTok. Okay, this is interesting because, like, he's basically daily posting on TikTok. Maybe once every other day. Is he in the toilet? Fucking disgusting, dude.
Jynxzi versus Speed 99-0.
Bro. You only get paid if the video's a minute long. Yeah, the minute long video is it. But you could still, I think off the streams, he probably receives a lot of gifts and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, this one's a tough one because I really have to go through I think he would make more off the streams realistically than the actual TikToks and stuff. But it's just the fact that he uploads every other day and they're basically all getting millions of views. So I think based off of that, I think relative to some of these other platforms, it's not gonna feel like a huge number, but to me, I mean, making this amount on TikTok is still pretty fucking crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if he's making something in the ballpark of 50,000, which is fucking good for TikTok. Who knows? Like, demonetizations, blacklisted, you know how TikTok get. They be banning niggas left and right for all types of reasons, but assuming that he doesn't have to deal with that on a non-stop basis to the point where it fucked up the standing of his actual TikTok, he's probably making a lot there. All right, the codes. Probably more, but yeah. I like to undershoot. Even if the number is like 60K, it'll be fine. R6. Wow, this one I genuinely have. Okay, this one, I'll be honest with y'all. As a professional pocket watcher, where do you even start to calculate this right here? Maybe with ChatGPT or some shit like that. I don't know. Let me try Google real quick.
Just lost subs some months, and some months we gained.
Damn! What the fuck? Oh, this all year. Still impressive, dude.
Subs, which was weird because that had never happened before. And I'm sure some you guys as viewers probably won't care about as much, but other YouTubers will. My average CPM for 2024 was $20.63.
He's a Rainbow Six YouTuber.
That means on average, per 1,000 views on an ad, I made $20.63.
Ha! What the fuck is happening?
Which, from what I've been told by other YouTubers, is insanely high.
Yeah!
And you can see here, as I scroll through, most of these videos are hacker replay videos. They all made a lot of money. White Knight cheating in the Saving Siege made $6,000 on 441,000 views at an average CPM of $21.64. And then this one here,
there's no way, yo, is there anybody in this? At this point, I just need somebody to be honest with me, bro. Is there any Rainbow Six YouTubers in this bitch? Do you guys have $20 CPMs by any chance? I have never, ever in my history of being on YouTube seen the CPM for a gamer. I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. Gang. Rainbow Six players never skip. Them niggas watch every ad. Yo, them niggas watch every ad. I genuinely don't know how much will convert from a Rainbow Six code, chat. I genuinely have no idea how much will convert. I think I'm gonna take that off the list. Hold on, it's not new, so it's something old. So Google's just wrong. He's the only streamer with the skin in the game. How often has he uploaded Rainbow Six? Clash. A month ago. He hasn't uploaded Rainbow Six. Maybe he streamed it, but he's not uploading the content. He's been doing a lot of, let me check Jynxzi live. Okay, Clash. Yeah, the last month is basically been entirely Clash and a little bit of fucking Geometry Dash, my nigga. So I think I'm gonna take that off the list, because if we're going off the last month, then he hasn't been doing any Rainbow Six. Maybe he's still making some extra money off his code, but streamed it maybe twice in the past month or two. He left the game. I mean, maybe he's just waiting for like an update or something exciting to happen. Who knows? Or maybe they haven't paid him neither. Nigga wants his money. I understand. All right, Clash Royale. Let's actually do Snapchat before we do Clash Royale, okay? Snapchat analytics. Let me see. Inside Social Blade. Does it show Snapchat? Can you do Snapchat? Nah, they don't have it on here. Fuck. Okay, I'll need your help then. Okay, quick question. When he posts, how many story posts usually is it? Like when he posts usually. How many story posts is it? Like how stacked is it? Is it David Dobrik long? 4 a day. 4 to 6 a day. And you're saying he uploads those every day? I don't really use Snapchat, but let me boot that bitch up. Agree to the terms? Okay. Snapchat is a camera app. To continue, you'll need to allow... Nope. Never mind. Every day, yes, he does. All right. I'll say this. Even if he's crushing it in terms of viewership on Snapchat, I think... So, okay, look. I think on the highest end, people can stand to make... I think the biggest Snapchatters, if I had to guess, they're probably making like $250,000 a month, okay? But those guys post 100 stories a day, every single day, nonstop. All right, if you're posting 4 to 5 stories, you're not getting that many total views, because they play an ad like what? Last time I was on Snapchat, they play an ad like every what? Fucking 4 stories you click through. I guess it depends on how long you watch a specific story. Based on that intel, fuck, I broke the chalk. I think he's making about $30,000, which is pretty fucking impressive. I know he has like, it's just like the way to make money on Snapchat is just to spam post. Like, if you guys told me he had 50 stories up today and he does that every day, I wouldn't be surprised if that number was like 150, bro. I'll be honest. But that's literally just the way people make money on Snapchat. It's just like the ads they spam in between stories. So the longer your story is, the longer you keep people on Snapchat, the more you're going to get paid. All right, this is obviously the biggest deal, this last one. And this is also going to be the one that I know the least about, okay? So my understanding is, damn, this is a tough one, bro. Because Jynxzi has... to a lot of people, fucking revived Clash Royale. He done it the same way he did Rainbow Six. He's, you know, Jynxzi is just a reviver of games, bro. That nigga just brings shit back from the dead. He's like the Undertaker of games, okay? So I could only imagine, and I do believe with certainty that this is his largest revenue source. I would be mind blown to learn any of these other ones outperform what he's making off Clash. But I need some information from y'all, okay? Code gives 5%. Is that true, chat? Is that true? Yes, okay. So, based off of that, let's go code. So that code is 5%. And I know he crushes off that fucking code, dude. I fucking know he does. Sponsorships. What are the sponsorships that he's doing with Clash? When y'all say he had a sponsorship, what is that? What is he doing? What is the deliverable of that day for that sponsorship? What is it? He said before he doesn't get paid by Clash, but he could be lying. I thought y'all said he had a sponsorship. So it's really just code. Both cooking off the code and that's it? Huh. Okay. He's posting Clash every other day on his YouTube channel. He's streaming Clash basically every single day on YouTube and Twitch. He's promoting the fuck out of his code the same way he did his charm in Rainbow Six. I personally believe there's no way on earth Jynxzi makes the switch to Clash unless Clash is paying him more than any of this shit. Monthly. And don't underestimate affiliate codes, bro. The 5% for every person you convert, them shits hit. Especially if you can make content around them, them shits hit. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes it could be the best type of revenue source. It just depends on the context. In this case, he does so much content around, he could promote it. There's a lot of people that play the game off the strength of him. Like, I've seen a nigga do hella 99 V1s and nonstop content over the past few months. Those things compound. If I had to fucking estimate, I think he make around 800,000 off Clash Royale. Now, my goodness gracious, is that a chunk of change? Okay, all right. Now, I'll be honest. Out of everything here, this is the one I'm probably least confident about, because the number could very well be 1.5 mil. I'm telling you, like, I genuinely, there's no ceiling, dude. All right, the nigga's streaming to millions of people every day promoting a code. 5% of that. And I know, because I hopped on Clash after playing with him too, it's so easy to spend money on that game, bro. It's so easy. All right? And it's not, there's some games where you don't want to spend money, like NBA 2K. There's other games where you're like, nigga, it's just $3. And that's how they get you. All right? So I'm, you know, you guys know how I am with the microtransactions. I know how easy it can be to spend money, even if it's $10, whatever, on Clash. If he could only, even if a tiny percentage of his audience that watch it converts 5%, he's crushing it like this. So, you know what that means, right? It's time to add them all up. Whoa. He spent $14K of his own money with his code? Yo, please tell me that's not true. You can spend $14,000? Chill, B. Fuck, bro. Alright. Jynxzi. Okay. Let's do Some fucking math, nigga. That's insanity, dude. That's actually fucking insane. Okay. 14,000 plus 239,000 plus 600,000 plus 230,000 plus, oh my god, plus 50,000 plus 800,000 plus 30,000. Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 hour of deep dive and analysis, I have come to the fucking conclusion that Jynxzi generates $2.5 million every single month. Now that is fucking impressive. 14K from YouTube memberships, 239,000 from Twitch subs, 600K from YouTube ads, 230,000 from Twitch ads, 550,000 from sponsorships, 50K off the TikTok, 30K off the Snapchat, and a massive 800,000 off Clash Royale. I think he's making a couple $1 million a year. Jynxzi, congratulations. You have found a way to make gaming into a fucking huge business, bro. I would love to know how accurate or inaccurate I am. I actually think, in my personal estimation, that the real money he's generating is in the equity that he's building in the companies like Dropticks or whatever, the companies he's working with, the Kings League and stuff like that. When those companies naturally sell, he'll make tens of millions off those companies. And that's where, that's what he's, in my opinion, I think that's where he's going to stand to make the most money. But, I mean, if he's making 2.5 million, you know what I'm saying? 2.5 million times that by 12. God damn! What the fuck? 30 M's! No way that nigga's making 30 M's! No shot! Hey, bro. I say this before and I say it again. Jynxzi's my gamer of the year, bro. Not just because he's Mr. Get to the Bag, but because he did it again, bro. That nigga revived another game, my nigga.